We are going to do something hilarious right now. Chris and I just got done listening to Master of Puppets for the first time, and it was great.
I've listened to it before.
Right, sorry. I guess people might not have watched that video. I am going to punish him, though, by forcing him to listen to this new thing that I have not heard a second of. I just saw the thumbnail. And I believe the artist, I'm going to look it up on my phone just so I don't have to like mess with my computer, and then we'll listen to it through my computer. But I believe the artist is Kim Dracula, featuring Jonathan Davis of Korn. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, no.
I believe that's what it is. But they released this band. I think it's Kim Dracula. Yes, Kim Dracula. Do you want to see the thumbnail?
Sure.
Hold on. Okay.
Maybe it's going to be great.
Oh, shoot. Surprised. Hold on. I have to switch over to this. I don't know if I can do that. Can I do this while we're recording? I think I can. So I don't know who Kim Dracula is. Chris doesn't know who Kim Dracula is. And last time we recorded, we were listening to Ride the Lightning. And Chris, I talked a lot in that video about Korn. And it's funny because like I don't really care for Korn that much. They to me are like a band that's like equivalent popularity wise with Metallica. I'm not saying they're as good as Metallica. I'm just saying like zeitgeist, like if you zoom out.
From the time that Patrick grew up, he is of a certain age and started listening to
music.
I'm the same age
you are.
Time, but I'm so much cooler than you. Okay, so we're gonna listen to. Is it? It's this one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Kim Dracula 70 Thorns. Okay.
No, I hate that YouTube does that. Okay, headphones on.
Okay.
And we're gonna have it so that I believe you can see. Yes, okay, over here above your face. I'll put it down here. This is Kim Dracula 70 Thorns featuring Jonathan Davis official video. I actually think I might like this a lot.
I like the upright bass and the jazz thing. I like that a lot.
Dude, flute solo. Give it to me. This is maybe going to be super awesome.
If it stays like this, I'm into it.
Jonathan Davis. He's basically doing the scat singing. I mean, he is. Maybe this is what this is the whole time. I thought it was like...
Nope.
Oh god, so much heavier and better than Metallica. I'm shocked, really though.
This is awesome.
He started singing, I thought this is terrible. Very In Flames here. Oh, lick that guitar. Oh yeah.
I'll take it personally.
Oh my god, I love it.
You versed in virtually nothing.
I like the thrash rev.
20 people take
dude.
turns to speak. I'm sick of feeling like I'm a villain in the first degree.
That sounds just like Jonathan Davis. Is he saying words? There's good old Johnny. Yes! Give me a brass section. Oh, this is surprisingly really awesome. Jonathan Davis is definitely the weakest part of the song, and I was not expecting that. No, Jonathan Davis can be awesome. Is that the end? Boo. Boo to the fact that there's no discernible really chorus. They did it twice with Jonathan Davis. That's not how you structure a song. That's crap. Crap song structuring. Okay, you're trying to make little sections for your TikTok videos here. That's crap. There were sections of that were really interesting.
There were parts of it that I like the thrashy bit. I like the jazz thing at the beginning.
Yeah. So was that video kind of implying that guy does all the music himself then?
That was the implication.
Yeah,
I don't know
which that's awesome. He's probably like a YouTuber then or something, I would guess then, right? There's so many YouTuber guys that like have their own channel where they like make, I mean, not that you can't be he is a band, but just by himself, it looks like in that. But he did the drums, right? Well, at least and he was playing the guitar and singing and...
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if it was one guy.
No, right. I thought sonically it sounded really good.
It sounded good.
I was really shocked with like every part of that.
I didn't like. I don't know.
I think Jonathan Davis's part was really weak, like super weak.
The guy's a good singer.
He has a very unique style.
That there is something about his voice that makes me uncomfortable, and it's not because it's bad.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's trying to do, and like I don't think it sounds bad.
Yeah.
But like
it's very much an acquired taste type of thing.
And maybe it was because like how I was introduced to Korn and something like I don't really have good memories of listening to Korn.
Right. Which I mean, what have you really heard of Korn? Their first few albums, probably.
Well, yeah, like
and then the stuff like falling away from me and Freak on a Leash.
Freak on a Leash. Yeah.
Falling Away from Me was like one of the biggest songs when we were in high school.
Yeah, that's when.
And Got the Life was their biggest hit song.
Yeah,
But even before that, there was like Chutes and Ladders, which is where he was playing the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davis is very well known for bagpipes. He sings and performs in a kilt and stuff because of his Irish or his Celtic heritage and stuff. Scottish, I guess it would be. But they have lots of Korn songs that have bagpipes in them.
I'm fairly proud of my ignorance of the Korn catalog.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about his voice that creeps me out. It's a taste thing. I mean, whatever. Destroy me in the comments.
And have you ever heard the Korn? Have you ever heard the Korn song? Do you know the Korn song "Daddy"?
Maybe.
That's like one of the. I'm tempted to make you listen to it. That's like one of the biggest reaction songs because it's like, but mostly it's people sitting there crying listening to it. But I do want to show you just because we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but. When I say Korn, there's one thing that I think of, and it's like one of the coolest songs I've ever heard in my entire life, ever. You know how Metallica does weird stuff, like they released that Lulu album, and then they release like Saint Anger, and people are like really mad at what it is and stuff? Korn is like one of the poster child bands for bands that like sold out because they were really heavy and about abuse and stuff when they were little, and then they did Got the Life when they were younger, and then they did like Got the Life, which is like a 4 to the floor beat dancey thing, and then the more they got on, they still had heavy singles, but they would always release like every band that's ever been accused of selling out, they would do like their ballads would become like their big huge hit songs and stuff, and then they went more in that direction as they kind of grew, and then band members left, and then they came back later, and then they have whole albums that are just like not shreddingly fast, but like super heavy from front to back that like nobody cares about or ever listens to because at that point in their career people didn't want that. They just wanted them to be they wanted them to be the way they were when they sold out. So when they went back to being heavy, people didn't like it anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they have weird albums like that, but they have one album that is shocking to me how amazing it is. And it's everybody's, unanimously, everybody watching this video is like, don't say that album because it's the worst thing they ever did.
No, this is the Patrick thing.
And I'm going to say, but we have got to listen to their song, part of it, Narcissistic Cannibal.
There it is.
So this album they released, I believe, in...
Oh, it's got Skrillex.
Yes. The entire album, Chris, is Korn. Every single track features a different dubstep artist.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about this.
I've probably made you listen to this at one point. This song, when it kicks in, is one of the coolest heavy things I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not being hyperbolic or sarcastic. This is legitimately one of the coolest things I've ever heard. And then he starts singing and the chorus is a little weak. It's not as big as it should be. This entire album sounds like this, though.
We're not listening to the whole song.
Nope. I'm just going to show you the riff at the beginning.
Okay.
And that is a real organ.
Yes, that is not a bass.
Swear to God, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. So that's all we need to listen to, but just this at the beginning is just, it's so heavy. And I love that. Oh,
I like
dude,
the synth bloops.
the whole... I don't know. Let me know, anybody that's watching this. I forgot we were still recording. Anybody that's watching this, if there is like a heavy album that has electronics like that entire album is like that. Every song features like just all the drums are so obviously electronic. And it's so cool. And the guitars are heavy and his vocals are really good. There's a few moments that are they really shine in that album. The slow ballad songs that are on there are really good. There's lots of synth pads and stuff. And it just feels so uniquely different from every other heavy album. And so if anybody knows of any other bands that have done stuff like that, and I don't necessarily, it doesn't even have to be like the dubstep stuff, but like it makes me think of Pendulum. It makes me think of these really amazing electronic bands that I love that do rocks that have real guitars and stuff in them. But so few of those bands do any like drop tuned like metal stuff, you know? And there are bands like I See Stars. Do you know who I See Stars is? Okay, hold on. One I See Stars song. Just real quick. We're teaching Chris
Part
about,
of one.
We're teaching... I See Stars has maybe the worst vocalist of any band ever. We gotta have to go back because Filth Friends Unite. Here we go. Wait. You have to hear him sing. Okay, so when I listen to that, I love everything that's happening until he starts to sing. And then I'm just like, oh boy, that is not good to me at all. He's obviously a great singer, but it's... How do you feel about that?
The singing I'm not a fan of. There's something about that, and there's a lot of like this kind of music that you like.
Yeah.
And like I there is nothing that's the strange things about musical genres and things. But like I like electronic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like fake drums. I like bleepy bloopy synthesizers. I like distorted guitars. So these are all things that were in there. Mm-hmm. But there is just something about it. There is just some sort of vibe, and this is definitely not for people that are as old as me.
Right. Although you'd probably be surprised when this came out. I think this is probably not that would make any difference, but like this is like I think 2013.
I can see the people that would be fans of that, and they do not look like me.
No, they have jeans that are so tight you can't even. I don't even know how they get them on. But yes,
like what a weird. It's just the vibe thing. Like because there's so much of that. Like sometime we'll actually have to listen to Master Boot Record.
Yeah.
Because like it's not the same as that, but like if you start listing off the things that are in the song, that like there is electronic stuff and there's distorted guitars and like there's that sort of thing, and like that I can but it's just a vibe thing.
For sure. And I knew that was like, I knew for 100,000% that was exactly what you're going to think about it. But like, also like there's nothing in that song. What I was going to say was there's really nothing in there for you to latch onto that I would think you would like that much. Like the vocals weren't that heavy. And the first words in that song are, "Let me see your hands," or something stupid like that. Like, "Throw your hands into," or whatever. It's like, oh my. Okay, that makes me roll my eyes. It's like, okay, we're not at a show. I'm listening to the album. Like, come on.
Listen to it on headphones.
But I love how it's done. I love the low frequencies are fantastic.
It
obviously,
does.
Like everything.
Sonically, it's
but there's nothing technical. There's no musicianship in that. It's all production. You know?
Yes.
Which is one of the reasons I think it's like amazing, and I would think you would be like, I don't care for it as much.
Isn't that weird? Like, because I have no problem with fake music.
Right.
I have no
know.
problem with music that's like completely made by computers.
Right.
Like,
I know.
I don't.
Yeah.
But, like.
You and I have talked about this for years. Like, there's just something to me. It seems like if music is heavy, it should be heavy in a very particular way, and anything that's not that particular way is disappointing to you to the point where you just don't like it, and that's fine.
But I very badly wish that somebody would make that for me.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what that is, and maybe that's why like I like that Master Boot Record stuff so much, because that is getting really close. It's not. Which he's been telling me to let Master Boot came out. I assume that's Master Boot's the name of a band, right? Master Boot Record.
And the
name of the band is Master Boot Record.
Really?
Yeah. It's
so every time you've been saying listen to that Master Boot Record,
and I probably like listen to Master Boot Record or whatever. Like
that's really funny. But you've been telling me that for like a year. I don't know if
there's anything that's new that came out. I just came across it, and there's a couple other bands that are like sort of associated with it, like Carpenter Brute, which I liked a little bit less.
Dude, Carpenter Brute's awesome.
Okay, if you like Carpenter Brute, then. Right, and that's like what comes up on the suggested stuff after the Master Boot Record, and Author and Punisher and stuff like that.
Okay.
but like I really
That's
wish.
so interesting because when we were listening to this is video is not anything, but like, well, who cares? We'll upload all of it anyway. But last week when we were listening to Ride the Lightning, you mentioned I mentioned electronic music as being like a genre that's far from metal, and you said that you somehow insinuated that you listen to electronic music that's pretty close to metal. Every single day since then, in my brain, I've been like, what was he talking about? Because I can think of lots of heavy electronic albums that I like and stuff. But I wouldn't necessarily think that you would go for something that would be heavy. I would think you would be more like, I don't even know what. Like, but I've been so curious about that. But the moment you say Carpenter Brut, it's like, yeah, because Carpenter Brut, like, there's no guitars in that.
No, but it's like
It's
supposed
just,
to
but it
kinda
sounds
sound
like it
it
is 100%, and like to the point where you listen to it and you're like, you don't even know for sure if there are guitars on it or not.
And that's actually kind of how I feel about Master Boot record. I mean, like I don't.
That's
research,
awesome.
I don't, like,
I'm just saying
research
that's really
bands and
cool
stuff,
that
but
came up organically while we were listening to this because I've been wondering that. So, okay, that's awesome. We could do this all day.
Somebody out there, because I've wanted to make that music for me, and I've just never done it. I don't really have. The stuff to
what would
do
be
it.
the elements you would want to be in a band then that you think it might make it for you?
I mean, all of that stuff, like all of the stuff of all that music that we just listened to, even the vampire.
But what would have to
thing.
be different about that for you to enjoy?
It's a vibe thing.
Okay.
Like
okay.
that. I mean, I wish that somebody would explain that to me. But I've listened to a lot of music over the years, and I've listened to a lot of music with you over the years.
Right.
And when I listen to that, the vampire thing, and we listened to two other bands.
Korn doing the electronic song.
Yeah, the Korn thing, and then this last thing that we listened to, the Icy Stars thing. Like, I so badly wanted that, and there have been many bands over the years that I'm sure you remember the names of the records and what time they came out and stuff that, like, I really badly wanted to, one of those songs that you just played, I can't remember which one, like, I had this distinct feeling of a band that you showed me a long time, and I so badly wanted to like it, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I showed people, and probably looked like a little bit of a dope, and I listened to it by myself, and I so badly wanted to like it, but I just
couldn't.
There's
couldn't. Something about
There's just some whatever. Maybe 12 Tone will do a video on that and tell me why I don't like some things. Do you watch 12 Tone?
Yeah,
his videos
amazing.
are so freaking
so good.
That's what we should just do. That's what this
React
channel
to
should
some
be.
of that
It's just,
stuff.
No, not even reacting. We'll just play the 12 Tone videos.
You seriously though, you need to watch Finn McKenty's YouTube channel.
I would
Punk Rock
probably
MBA.
like that. And even 12 Tone.
Yeah.
He likes aggressive music.
He does.
He talks a lot about punk rock and stuff. And,
Yeah.
Like in a cool way.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's dangerous to do that. I think it's fine to talk about Black Flag or whatever and like break it down musically.
Well, and it's really it's so interesting too because like it seems like for a lot of people, heavy music is like becoming like a niche thing, you know, because of like TikTok and stuff. Like there's lots of people who aren't like metal people will like use metal for stuff. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And I've talked to you before about Poppy and how her album I think is so important because like there's all these like little kids who listen to Poppy make a pop album. Do you remember when we talked about Poppy?
No.
Okay, well that can be a whole nother video. Okay. But she was a YouTube pop star, right?
Okay.
And she had a little bit of like a creepy vibe about her always from the very first thing she ever did. And she made a pop album. Just straight up Britney Spears sounding pop album. The next album she made, just crushing metal, shredding guitars, screaming, the whole works. And she would go out on stage with like just blood everywhere and spikes and just insane. And the same people that listened to her pop Britney Spears stuff followed her and listened to Concrete and all of her crazy. And the thing is, she sang about like ice cream cones and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
But like just crushingly heavy. And
did you watch Agresco?
I know, huh?
You should. You'd like it. It's
But
so good.
so okay, well we need to come up with like a list of stuff and you need to come over sometime and we'll just do short things.
Yeah.
Because then I could upload all that to my channel and people would love that, I think. So, okay, 30 minutes, this video, whatever it is.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
This will essentially be clickbait, because I can say react to Korn, react to the other things we listened that I don't even remember. Kim Dracula, shout out to that. It was just
Haha, you fell for our clickbait.
yeah, clickbait video.
If you made it this far, make sure that you subscribe and like and hit the little bell down in the corner. It really helps us out and doesn't cost you a damn thing.
Nope. And you can see all my awesome videos coming out in the future,
Yes.
including more Metallica stuff.
And dude, bye.
Bye.